Yo, what's up? I'm too lazy to go and edit all these videos together, so I'm gonna play them all together. Here you go. Yo, what's up, Chris? It's Eric. I figured it would be easier to make a video. Alright, let me stop monitoring myself. It would be easier to make a video instead of trying to type it all out. So I guess I'm gonna make a groove with the program that I'm gonna have you download. It's called Sitala. It's basically a free MPK beat pad. You can take your library of samples and drag and drop whatever you want into it, and it loads it to the Reaper Midi editor. You'll see what I'm talking about in just a second. But I'm also going to send you this Reaper save that has the program and everything routed. So if all you wanted to do was to just copy all of these, Control C, and go to a different project. Like here I have two different projects, the drum thing and then the Castlevania thing. I can just come right here and copy and paste all of it right here. And you can do that with all of your other projects. But whenever you download Sitala, I'll send you the link. It'll be right here. Come down to this set of download options. Download whichever one works for your device the best. I'm not too familiar with that type of stuff. But once you do, you'll install it. You'll set the directory to your... I'll pull it up real quick. So let me go a little slower. So go to FX. You can load your VST, your instrument or whatever. But if you click here to load a new instrument and go to options, it'll search for new ones. This is probably the most complicated thing you may have to do. But you go to VST in the preferences. And if you have trouble with this, I'll just have you share me your screen or something, or I'll come over and we'll figure it out. But it should be easy enough to just kind of be plug and play. Once you download it, it should auto direct to one of your VST folders, and it'll pop up like this whenever we get it all figured out, and you'll be able to drag and drop whatever. Desktop Reaper samples, Chris's stuff. And here's all the samples I'm going to send you. But you can see you can just pretty much drag and drop them wherever. I'll put the flam back. So there's that. You'll have this set up. This should automatically map to the MIDI keynotes in the MIDI editor in Reaper. And I'm going to show you how to pull that up, or at least how I do it. I'll just take a section, however long I want, usually like 16, 32, whatever. It says it in the length right there at 8. Select the track you want to create and then MIDI. New MIDI item, insert new MIDI item. And you just double click right there, and this is the MIDI editor. You can see here it's already routed. Pretty much get the idea. However you want to zoom around, set it up. I'll have sent you also a toolbar to kind of streamline it for you. There's a whole bunch of things you may not need, may not use. This will be the one that you have that pops up normally. You just right click here, switch toolbar, and I'll have sent you one that I set in MIDI number 1. And here I've just got different divisions of grid, the things that I mostly use. You'll set the tempo out in the normal window, but like normally you'll see it in 1/4 for the grid system. We'll start right here. I don't know, it's China. It says it down here, but I've got all the buttons up here as well, so you can see the different divisions and stuff like that. You can change the grid type if you want to go for like a triplet feel. I usually play around with it and kind of figure out time signatures and grooves. I kind of struggle with that myself, but pretty much you just kind of, just like the Beatcraft, you see it's got, you know, the 4 sections, and you can set it up a little bit faster. I don't know, fucking. You just copy and paste all you want, dude. Or, damn, I'm stoned. Forgive me.
Still stoned, by the way.
Up. It's that easy. Over time, I'll show you a couple cool tips and tricks, like that whole doing it by hand like this is kind of painstaking. If you hold Control and Alt, it'll hold a little paint thing. You can set up a whole different series of notes, copy and paste into different places, whatever you want to do, having fun with it, however you go about making the beat. Just there's a couple other cool things that it can do. Quantize, if you for whatever reason snap to grid off and just want to play with timing, like I kind of like to do, I'll sit here and do like this and try to figure out, like, so it's not all just strictly to a divisioned grid. It kind of feels better. Or I don't know, whatever you want to do. Turn the grid off here. Got all the different grid divisions here. Quantize, if you do have something off grid that's not snapped in place, such as these, quantize right here. Can grid the system for you. Play around with it. I usually stay on grid for the most part. And then, of course, you have your grid set if you want triplets or whatever. I never mess with that too much. Also, kind of being explorative. But yeah, man, what I'll usually do, I'll set it to a slower grid. Just, I don't know. 30 seconds on the kick, that sort of thing. Hit 180. I don't know, 16ths. Put the snare on 3 and you're chilling. Copy and paste, Control C, Control V. Just have fun doing that. I'm gonna try to keep it short. Later. There's another video, hold on. Close you. Also, before I forget, I forgot to mention that the each sample pad is routed out to a different channel or track or whatever, so you can put EQ and effects on each specific one, even if you wanted to set a separate snare or whatever, and then have like a large reverb, whatever you want to do. You know, I gave you the Fab Filter stuff that I'm still using. I got a couple other things. I don't even really know what I have anymore. I think Timeless 2 is I think that's a delay thing. Find a reverb, play around with the snare, make a snare bomb. But yeah, each one can be routed for different EQs, compressors, whatever you want to do. Have fun with it. Later, man. And then the last one. Also, another thing I wanted to show you in the Midi editor. You see how mine are diamonds. I have a couple different options up here for looking at things as a piano roll. If you find a VST, maybe a MIDI bass, like I use Gen bass, you can set it up for a note thing right here. You can snap it to a specific key, like C, major, minor, whatever. I'm doing that down there. And then what I do when I'm doing drums, I set it to this option where it's just the names. And I set it to diamond since we're playing, you know, a percussion instrument. I use rectangles for like strings and stuff, like bass, my saxophone, VST. Uh, yeah, I specifically use the diamonds or switch back and forth between the thing. I never use that for percussion. Just a heads up, because that'll make it a lot easier on you. I'm not sure how Beatcraft may have done that. Alright, later. Alright, man, that's all for today. I'll send you the email with all the stuff. See ya.